a couple years ago, the laws changed. And I think we need to start the presentation and talk about that. Because when the law changed you used to only be able to get hearing aids by a prescription. And we actually all got an email and saying, listen, we're looking into seeing if we can, but it is a new law. So lots of brands jump on, but there's some brands that have to do with audio, the highest end, like Bose, that are associated with this brand that we have here. Bose, not new to the world of hearing and music game, but they came in with GoHearing Prime, rechargeable over-the-counter, that's what OTC means, hearing aids. If you have that moderate hearing loss, if you're always like, what, excuse me, you may not need to spend $10,000. You may spend $56 in free shipping on FlexPay, you know? So this is the way for you to kind of test the waters and then maybe not need to, you know, do that, you know, spend money at all. You know, check with your accountant to see if this is tax deductible as medical even, you know? I mean, I'm not a tax accountant, but I'd like to be.
I know, right?
I think about everything, can I deduct this? But
same.
This is the one thing I want to say at the beginning of this presentation. We have 1,000 of these.
That's
that is it. I cannot think of a better gift for someone. If you're watching this and you know who I'm talking about, maybe it's you, but maybe it's somebody in your life. Lori Leland is our longtime electronic expert here at HSN, and she's gonna go through all the details. So you're getting the GoHearing rechargeable hearing aids, and then you choose the color of your case. We have it in black, and then there's a really pretty pink. We have lavender, and then I also have it in beige. These are the cases. And then you also get, they're recharging. So once you put them away, this is like a little charger that keeps recharging them over and over and over and over and over again. So if you take this case with you wherever you go, you can recharge them. And then you can plug this in and recharge this. It's like a little baby power bank you take with you. So Lori, let's talk about it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it didn't used to be this way. You had to go to the doctor, you had to go to a specialist, right?
Right. Oh my gosh, my dad went through this. You remember my father?
I do remember, of course.
He thought you were the funniest woman alive.
And he's correct.
Yes. But he had to ask you to repeat yourself all the time, right? You had to tell the jokes over and over again so he could hear them because his hearing wasn't so good.
Could have been my jokes,
right?
But okay.
No, I don't think it was that. This was before he passed away, but I will tell you our last couple years together because he had hearing aids were better because this is truly a quality of life issue for so many people. If you can't hear, if you're asking people, I'm sorry, what was that? Can you repeat yourself? I didn't quite catch that. Or you're cranking up the TV because the volume just isn't loud enough for you to understand the voices, then maybe you need to look into this type of technology. And I will tell you, when my dad was looking into it, first of all, we had to really beg him to do it because we knew it was going to be a lot of steps and a lot of money. Because back in those days, you had to go to your general practitioner, right? Then you had to get the referral to the specialist. Then you had to go to the audiologist and get the ear test. Then you had to go to the hearing aid place and do the fitting. It was like a lot of running around. Oh, and you're paying copays everywhere you go.
Right.
So with this now, it's over the counter, which simply means you can take matters into your own hands right now and try this at home. You don't have to wait for a prescription. You don't have to visit a doctor. So if you have that perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment, this could be something that you could order today. Try it when you get these home. You've got 45 days. My vendor backs up an additional 2 weeks for you all to be able to try these beyond the 30 days that HSN offers. So you've got 45 total days to try these and return them if you don't love them. But here's the thing. They bust away all of the stigmas because these just look like little in-ear earbuds. They're so tiny and discreet.
They're actually smaller than earbuds.
They're tiny,
because
right?
earbuds are like these big, they kind of have these tails that stick out and everything. These are even more discreet. Like you wouldn't even see them. And I know that some people, like even if you have short hair, you think, oh, well, I don't want to have the big over-the-ear hearing aid. Everybody sees it.
True.
No, these are much more, you know, the technology has changed.
It's changed. And these are actual hearing aids. So digital hearing aids packed with technology. So you were talking about some of the other competitors out there. There are a lot of devices that are simply amplifying the sound. So they're just amplifiers. With GoHearing and Go Prime, that's the model, you are getting something that is packed with technology that's not just going to make everything louder. It's going to help refine the sounds. So if you are in that busy restaurant and you're trying to listen to the waiter or waitress and hear what the specials are, you're going to be able to hear their voices clearly and the background noises are less obvious. So this really is packed with technology. You were speaking about the brand a minute ago, Helen, and this is hugely important.
Yeah.
So GoHearing is a branch of HearX Corporation, huge global audiologist technology experts, okay? So they're one of the top ones in the entire world. They create Lexi, which is known worldwide for being very, very popular and more expensive hearing aids, and they do Lexi powered by Bose. So they have packed a lot of the same or similar technology into these for a fraction of the price. Here's the other thing. So a lot of the other technologies on the market, you have to have a smartphone and you have to be able to download an app to be able to control your hearing aids. With these, there's one simple and easy button. So you don't have to have a smartphone and you don't have to have an app. You can pop these right in and immediately tell if they're gonna start to work for you.
Where's the button?
Let me show you. It's so discreet and tiny. See, it's that little raised button that you're seeing right here at the back.
It's right there. And,
That's it.
And is it like on or off, or can it be like low, medium, and high?
So these are always on, so you never have to do power at all. Again, you said recharging case, that's exactly what you're getting. That one simple and easy button you just tap when you want to increase or lower the volume. It cycles through levels 1 through 8. And here's the other thing, maybe your hearing is worse in your right ear than your left. So maybe in your right ear, which by the way is the red one, really pretty race car red, you're gonna be able to crank that one up as high as you want, 7 or 8. Maybe you need less of the loudness in your other ear, your left ear, or your right ear, sorry, left ear, you're gonna be able to put that one at the number that you want, and it remembers your choices. So even if these die, they're gonna remember your settings, so you never have to mess with them again once you get them set the way you want them.
Suppose you have some hearing loss in one ear and not another. Can you wear just one of them? Or do you wear, oh, you don't have to wear both of them?
No, you can totally wear just one.
Because some people work in an industry where they have an IFB in their ear for 16 years. And if you say something on my right side, I'm always like, what?
I totally understand that.
So I was just, because I was going to say.
Relate.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Yeah, we should have switched sides because I can't hear it at the side. But yeah, it's definitely, if you, like, for example, police officers, TV anchor, like you were, things in your ear like this in a lot of different industries, like military, police officers, and people in live television. And if you wear something in your ear with people talking to you for years and years, and you have a little bit of hearing loss in that, instead of going to the doctor, I mean, there's so many different reasons. I am really actually surprised that you could just have it be a little amplified in one ear, and not wear both of them, because a lot of times hearing loss isn't like equal on both sides.
That's true. That's very, very true. You don't have to wear both. The other thing too, they suction into your ear. So they have this really, really comfortable little ear tip. You are getting 3 different sizes. So
I was going to say, don't you get even different sizes?
You do. These are preloaded with medium, but you are getting small and large. So if you get these home and they're a little loose, you can put the small ones on. Or if you get them home and they're a little, or you know, you can put the one you need, the one that you need.
So they're different sizes.
Medium is on it. Yeah, exactly. Medium is on it. If you need a smaller one, you've got small. You also have a larger one than this. So it's really convenient. The other thing too, that button, that one button where you're going to cycle through your volume levels, 1 through 8, if you press and hold that button, that's going to cycle through your 3 modes. So you have 3 different modes as well. This comes on medium mode. But if you're hearing right now and you're thinking, my gosh, this sounds really muddled, everything sounds like it's underwater, you're going to be able to press and hold and advance through the levels. There is a level that will restore some of the treble tones for you. Now, conversely, if you put these in and and you could do each ear individually too, so that's really, really nice. But if your natural hearing right now is very high-pitched and screechy and you're missing out on the bass tones, you're gonna be able to put this into low mode, and you can adjust individually as well, and it has memory. And by the way, what I'm holding in my hand right here, these hearing aids, 30 hours of nonstop use, and then you said it, charging case. So charging case is gonna give you an additional 6 charges. So what I'm holding in my hand right here, the whole thing, the hearing aids plus the case, 180 whopping hours. It's incredible.
All right, I think we actually have a video that kind of demonstrates what this experience is like. So we're gonna take a listen.
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals. Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them. Looking for our beer specials? So tonight, in addition to our usual lineup of IPAs, we've got some great new craft beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into.
Thinking of a whole generation that went to rock concerts over and over and over again.
Yes, we listened to our music too loud, for sure.
A little bit too loud your whole life. And having that mild to moderate hearing loss with the new laws that are now in place, you can get over-the-counter hearing aids. This is a hearing aid. These are actual hearing aids. It's not like, oh, this is a baby version of a hearing aid. These are actual hearing aids.
Real deal hearing aids. You don't have to have an app. You don't need a smartphone. Manufactured by one of the top manufacturers of hearing aids worldwide, HearX Corporation. They do such a great job. They do Lexi by Bose. But these are super affordable. So my poor dad, when he and my mom went through all those steps I was telling you about, and maybe you've been there, maybe you've done all these steps yourself, going to the doctor, getting the referral to the specialist, going to the hearing aid place, and then you get hit with the bill, and you're like, oh my goodness, $6,000 for a pair of hearing aids. It's just a lot of money, and a lot of people, that's cost prohibitive for them. It's just not gonna work out. My dad did it, and we were glad that he did because he could start to actually be a part of the family again.
Right, it was a big difference, I remember.
But he hated them.
Yeah.
I mean, hated them. And he would say to me all the time, they're not working. And so I can't see, he couldn't hear. And the two of us would sit there and I'd sit with the little batteries trying to open the little trap door and get those replaceable batteries that we had to buy in bulk. And they were so expensive. And try to put the little batteries in. It was like a Laurel and Hardy show. I was like, I can't see.
But you recharge these.
These, you don't have to do
so
any
there's
of
no
that.
batteries
so
at all.
Better.
You know, it's interesting how technology gets better and better and the price gets lower and lower.
I know. It's
$6,000.
Oh my gosh, over that, yeah. It was a lot of money. So that was really stressful. It was a stressful time for our family because my dad and my mom were running all around town to all these different doctors. My dad didn't want to do it in the first place. Maybe you're that person, or maybe you have someone in your life who's really struggling to hear, but all of these steps and the costs, it's all holding you back from wanting to do something about it. With this, you can just try it and see if it's gonna work for you without having to have the prescription or go to the doctor or spend all of that money. And then if they don't work out for any reason, you can just send them right back. So it really is a surefire way to try them out.
I remember my grandmother wore hearing aids and they were like on the outside of your ear and they came up about this big all the way around and they were flesh colored. Like you were like, oh, no one's gonna see that, ginormous. And I think a lot of us have it in our head like, oh, I don't want to be old and because I have a hearing loss.
But there's people, stigma.
But there's hearing loss in these days with the music and all sorts of different professions. I have a friend that works in a theme park and he was in charge of the pyrotechnics. That was his whole career in California. Good family friend. And he has like hearing loss from all the, the giant, the noise of that.
Of course.
So
Suzanne Renion's husband was in the military and being in the airplanes and doing the artillery.
There you go.
He has issues too.
But thousands of dollars?
I know, so much money. And then I've got ringing. You're lucky, you don't have that, but I've got ringing in my ears from switching earpieces. So I went into the audiologist back when you had to get the prescription and do all that to just see what the deal was. And I said, okay, give me a pill, hit me with a laser, zap me, fix me. And guess what?
What?
He said it's low-level hearing loss, and I'm gonna need a product like this sooner than later. And there's literally nothing you can do for that tinnitus or that ringing in your ears. So,
but you're not spending $6,000.
I know, and I use these sometimes.
And you only use one of them.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because I was going to say, I would get it just to have the right ear.
Exactly.
I wish you sold right ears only.
Right ear
but
only
at this
at
price, $279.99. And I also like, of course, everything here at HSN has a 30-day, if you don't like it for 30 days, you're going to know in 30 minutes if this works for you.
Exactly.
You'll know in 30 seconds.
Exactly.
I mean, just the difference in being able to hear your kids, your grandkids, the movie, the TV show, the phone, or whatever. Maybe, YouTube videos, whatever it is.
Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing. Maybe you go to a place of worship and you're missing the message.
Right,
or
exactly.
You walk into your mom and dad's or your grandparents' house and they've cranked up the volume so loud on the TV. Like this could be a lifesaver and it could change the quality of your life. And that's the whole point of this product.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, obviously we're later on in the day, but I love it. I know we only have 1,000 of these.
I know.
For the whole, and that's it, because it's a very special product. I love it. Good to see you, my friend. Great job.
Good to see you, girl. Thank you.
Helping everyone. This is a very helpful product.
That's helpful,
Should be in my helping hand show. You know, it's because it really is truly helpful. Yeah. Thanks, Lori. All right, so we're going to take a teeny little break, and we also have a quick buy. So we've got more great items. When we come back, I've got a deal on a laptop with